maybe you have a group, right, that you all are working on a project, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll get it done tomorrow. I'll have it done by, next week. And then here comes next week and you don't have your part done, you're gonna be losing some money. So not only does being honest, make you feel better about yourself, but it also helps you earn some money. I have learned working with numerous people, men, women, all different types, all ages, races, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. If you say that you're going to do something, do it. By listening to my guests share how they are discovering their best self, you will discover the best part of you. Hey, and welcome back to Discover Your Best Self podcast. So, I'm really enjoying talking to you guys just one on one, and you all getting to know a little bit more about who I am and some of the other topics that, we like to talk about and discover with our guests. So, today we're going to talk about honesty. I know, right? So, before we do that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and do it now. Subscribe to the channel, and you can hit the subscription button, and you can also do the notification so that you will be notified when a new episode or video comes up. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Honesty. Oh my gosh. Yes. So in my process to discovering the best part of who I am, which I have to constantly remind myself and also you all, is that this is a progressive journey. It's a journey for me. And also for the people and the guests that you see on the show, right? No one is perfect and we are always a work in progress. But I have come to a realization that being honest, I think, is better, right? Especially when it comes to friendships, relationships, work, all those things, and not necessarily being mean when you're being honest, but learning how to say things in a way where you can still be your whole self and not feel compromised. I think sometimes when we are not being honest and we don't take ownership of the truth, then it makes things so much harder. For example, let's just say your friend, right? Your friend says, well, do you think that, I'm being too aggressive, or do you think I'm not being understanding enough? And, sometimes when we're talking to our friends and we just want to be nice, we'll just say, no, girl, you're okay. Or no, you're fine. I think whatever you're doing is great, instead of actually having that conversation with that person if you're their friend and if you care. No, maybe there are some things that you can work on. I've seen you do A, B, and C, and maybe there's another way to do that. And so giving your honest feedback and honest truth, I think, is so valuable. And it's hard to find that in people, right? Because you'll meet people all the time and they just say things to just say it. And one of the things that I really, it's really frustrating, and we just had this conversation on another panel about women in the workplace and being supportive. And this could be for men as well, where, people, instead of telling someone that you're busy, right, or you don't have the time to do something, being honest with them, I think, is better, right? Your feelings might get hurt. My feelings have gotten hurt a lot of times, or someone is just not as interested in something that I would like them to be, or, excited for me like I would like them to be, or wanted to be a part of something that I want them to be a part of with me. But they're honest, right? And I can appreciate that more than telling me, yeah, I'd love to do that. Let's talk about it. And then they ghost you. Ugh, who can relate to the feeling of just being ghosted? I'm telling you, like, someone you're excited about something, and then they just don't even, either answer the phone or, give you a response, and you're waiting around for it, especially when it comes to the business world. And, unfortunately, you just have to move on, right? That's just how life is. But if people are honest just about what they're capable of doing or not capable of doing, or what their time is, then I think it would just make things a lot easier. Maybe that's just my opinion. And then also, Like I was saying with relationships, right? And building those relationships with work, friendships, that I think has validity because people take you for your word, right? They know that Shanice is going to be honest with them and tell them, what it is. And I promise, I try not to be rude, but it may be a part of my personality to just say things the way that they are. But I would rather do that than not, and to be holding on to something that's untrue or leaving you hanging, right? So if you are my friend and if you are someone who's dear to me, then yeah, it is hard for me sometimes to tell the truth because I know it can be hurtful. But I think in the long run, I can't talk. Long run, it is best. Um, and I think a part of why I really appreciate it when people are honest and, truthful is because I know that when they say something, they mean it. And that holds so much ground, right? If you're someone who people can trust and people know that when you say something, you mean it, I'm telling you, that'll take you so far because then they have faith in you. They know that if they ask you to do something, right? Or they know that if you are around and you tell them like, hey, this is something that I'm going to be a part of, or this is what I'm gonna have ownership in, especially if you're divvying up work and you're working, maybe you have a group, right, that you all are working on a project, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll get it done tomorrow, I'll have it done by next week, and then here comes next week and you don't have your part done, you're gonna be losing some money. So not only does being honest make you feel better about yourself, but it also helps you earn some money. I have learned working with numerous people, men, women, all different types, all ages, races, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. If you say that you're going to do something, do it. I'm telling you, it's so much better than not. Or say that you can't do it. It just doesn't make any sense for you to lie or to fabricate or stretch. And I know sometimes you may think like, oh well, I thought that I could get this done. I thought that I would have time to do something. Then communicate. I think people have a hard time communicating what is real or what they can do. And there's nothing wrong with going back and saying, hey, I thought this is what I could do, but it's a little bit more than what I can handle right now. This is what I'm able to do for you right now. Is that okay? Or maybe I need to be pulled off of this. Or, having a real conversation. And that may hurt depending on what the situation is. But I tell you right now, it's better having that conversation up front than having the due date pass and then you're sitting there looking stupid with shit on your face. Because when you're doing that, then you're letting down other people and then you just lost credibility. It's nothing worse than losing credibility. I remember teaching some students, y'all. If you don't know this, I used to teach. No, I'm not a certified teacher, but I've had a lot of other organizations where I've taught life skills and professional training and development. And so some of the things that we would teach our students when they would prepare for internships and for college was putting money into your bank account, to making deposits, right? That's what this is like, right? You want to make positive deposits into your account. And what does that mean? That means when you are talking to other people and you are making promises or saying that you commitments, you want to deliver on those things, right? Because if not, then you're taking away. You don't want a negative account because when people see you in the red, that's not good. They know that they can't count on you. And then you won't get phone calls, you won't get those deals. And that goes for anything in life, whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're a parent, a mother, a father, a sibling, anything, for work. If this is for your spouse and you're always telling someone you're going to do something, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. Who can say that they hate when someone is always talking about what they about to do and don't never do nothing? That is irritating. people, and then you get coined for that, right? Oh, that person is always talking shit. They're not ever going to do anything. You don't want that. You want to be someone who people can trust, and they can say, when this person says they're going to do something, you can bet they're going to do it. And if they can't, they will let you know. I'm telling you, that has more ground than anything, and it's worth money. That's worth gold. So I hope that this was helpful. I want you to keep making positive deposits into your account, into yourself. Keep discovering the best part of who you are. Don't have negatives. And if you do, because we do make mistakes, right? We're always working on ourselves. Then just apologize. Just say, hey, you know what? This is what I thought I could do. This is what I wanted to. These were my intentions, but I never intended on hurting or not following through. But this is what happened to me, and that's not like me. I think people can appreciate that, right? Just letting them know that's not like me. And that's not what I intend to do while I'm moving forward. So please allow me the chance to make it up to you. And that's also part of the courses in customer service and sales, making sure that your clients are always satisfied. And if you do make a mistake, just go ahead and own up to it. So keep discovering your best self. Keep listening and watching the podcast and sharing and commenting. I really, really, truly appreciate it. And I hope this was helpful for you. Peace. Thank you for listening to Discover Your Best Self. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Follow us on Instagram at Discover Your Best Self.